So the Call of Duty Warzone Season 3 Reloaded patch notes just became available. We'll go ahead and kind of read through them. I will be doing some testing for some of the changes live over on Twitch. So if you want to check that out near the top of the description, you can. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, make sure you subscribe with notifications on. There are some different things in here where it talks about the event. Obviously, we kind of talked about the LTM that's happening. 80s Action Heroes. 2 sets of 9 challenges and rewards are available across Black Ops Cold War and Warzone during the 80s Action Heroes event starting May 20th, which is 9 p.m. Pacific on the 19th. So whatever that is, that's midnight on the 20th Eastern. So you kind of got to adjust that depending on where you're at. Modes. This is an LTM called Power Grab. What if we dialed up the intensity of Warzone True Hollywood Extremes? In Power Grab, you must eliminate other operators, complete contracts, and loot supply boxes in Verdansk to find dog tags. And once you collect those dog tags, you'll work your way up the reward ladder that'll give you an edge that you'll need to win, including personal respawn tokens. So you'll be able to buy yourself back essentially. You'll have to use everything you've got to control the flag spawns during the final circle. You can also choose to hunt every single other operator until you are the last one standing. There are fewer and smaller circles like a mini royale, and then there are no loadouts. There is no gulag, but there will be action and plenty of it. Good luck. The playlist. So they're going to be adding Power Grab. Plunder quads will still be available, and then Rebirth Resurgence trios. I actually like trios and quads. I'm glad they didn't drop it down to duos. That is very unpopular from what I've seen. New POIs. So there's going to be a Nakatomi Plaza. The headquarters of the Nakatomi Corporation have been moved from sunny Los Angeles, Verdansk downtown for a limited time. So that'll be right in downtown, right here, right next to this big old bank building that we're used to seeing. It's just kind of the building that was under construction. Now it's fully built. There's survival camps around. Numerous campsites have been converted into survival camps as homage to the Rambo First Blood Part 2. And then there is a CIA outpost. One of the aircraft hangars in Verdansk Northwest Sector has been converted into a makeshift CIA outpost. So it's only one location. Gameplay. Added the combat boat kill streak to the following modes. Core BR. So damn, the crossbow is going to be in there, or the combat bow. That's going to be a little nutty. Plunder, just save that to the end and then just spam the hell out of it. It's probably going to be broken. Plunder and Power Grab. So pretty much all the normal Verdansk map. The actual Rebirth, not going to have that. But they might be lying and it's still going to be in there as sometimes it happens, right? Stopping power field upgrades. Spawn rates have been reduced substantially across all the modes. I know some lower skilled players are a huge fan of that because it closes that skill gap and allows them to win gunfights that they probably shouldn't win. Or people to win gunfights that they probably shouldn't win. Even good players are exploiting stopping power because of how broken it is, but it is what it is. And it kind of explains why that is. Those who loot efficiently increase their odds of finding it. Obviously it's there. We'll also be making an important adjustment to solo BR modes in the very near future. Keep an eye out on Twitter. That's probably going to be related to vehicles, which we've been talking about for a while. Vehicles are fine. Big old honking Berthas, 8 Berthas in the final zone, not so fine. Kind of removes a lot of the elements. It's already not a like true to life battle royale. The vehicle's kind of worse than that even more. Just fix an issue that caused the gas mask to become unbreakable. They already fixed that one. That was addressed right away. Fixed a bug that caused player Activision IDs to not always appear in the kill cam when spectating or without the option enabled. Fixed an issue the scavenger challenges weren't tracking correctly at Summit. Fixed an issue where the loadout drops would fall through salt pool. Yeah, that one since the over a month already. Fixed an issue where the Sparks was not visible in the operator selection menu until the Sparks operator bundle was purchased. So you couldn't click on them in the menu to essentially go buy them. Fixing a bug with the Tundra. When firing the final shot in the magazine, it would displace the weapon model. Fixed a bug where the Great Pacific Blueprint weapon stats were incorrect. This is the M4 XM4 fiasco where the XM4 had M4 stats, but it had XM4 attachments. So it was kind of one of those weird thing. Was like, what if you combine those two guns? Essentially what you got. Fixed the bug with the Swiss where it would deal lethal damage in a single upper body chest when landing with stopping power or loaded with stopping power. So they fixed that. So now you still need headshots. Fixed the bug where the Bullfrog, it was receiving an unintended amount of bullet velocity. That could explain why it's performing so well, because statistically it's good, but with extra bullet velocity it's going to feel like hit scan, right? Fixed the bug with the Carve 2 where some barrels were not assigning the correct values. We talked about this when it first came out. Really, the cavalry was the only one that was helping bullet velocity. All the other ones, it was either rate of fire and that was it. Like, it was kind of a there. Fix incorrect magazine names for the Farah. So now it's probably going to say 60 because it actually assigned 60 instead of the 50 it says. So new weapons, right? We are getting the ballistic knife right away. We've already had it in Cold War. We're going to see how effective it is in actual Warzone. If it's a one shot, it's going to be useful. If it's not, then it's kind of a waste for anyone that just doesn't want to troll. Built-in stealth kills for multiple distances. This versatile weapon allows for melee attacks upon close and a projectile blade attack for short to medium ranges. AMP 63, this will be in season, so we'll see that. Expect this weapon to output high amounts of damage in a short period of time. Full auto nature, which makes it highly effective in close quarters. Submachine gun. The AK-47 neck multiplier increased from 1 to 1.4. So that just means like a headshot damage now is a little bit more forgiving. You can hit the neck and it's not going to count as a lower amount. Sprint to fire speed increased. So this made it faster. It got a buff. Bullet velocity decreased with 15%. That makes it a little bit more in line with the other SMGs. And then maximum damage range decreased by 25%. That is a huge nerf for the AK-74U. I was actually starting to like it, but this is a significant nerf. 25%, 20, that means you're losing like 5 meters range or something like along those lines. They actually buffed the PPSH. Maximum damage increased from 27 to 28. That will impact the multipliers for the chest and the head. In the neck. Maximum damage range increased by 3.8. PPSH is probably going to be really good, especially after the open bolt delay buff, which was a huge buff that helped the TTK significantly. The snipers, all Black Ops Cold War snipers base optics have been adjusted. So we have Sniper Rifle Charlie, semi-auto. Bullet velocity increased by 14%. Extremity multipliers increased from 0.9 to 1. Those don't really matter. Rate of fire decreased from 0.33 to 0.83. That's how long it takes to fire. That's a huge difference. Like they lowered the rate of fire by triple. I don't know. We found that the Sniper Rifle Charlie feels much more satisfying to use as a heavy duty semi-auto sniper. We will continue to push it in the direction until we strike a satisfactory balance between its identity and its efficacy. And then we have the LW3 Tundra aiming stability increased. That's a huge buff for it. It has a lot of idle sway, and after you fire, it kicks. We have the Swiss flinch resistant greatly increased, so that's a buff. ADS increased significantly or slightly. That one's going to bring it in line with the Kar 98. Aiming stability increased. That's a huge buff there. Then we got the ZRG 20mm bullet penetration increase. That's going to be good for sniping on like vehicles. Upper torso multiplier increased 1.25. Lower torso extremity multiplier ADS speed decreased, so they made it slower. Bullet velocity decreased by 2. This is probably just to bring it in line with the HDR. Movement speed, slower. ADS, movement speed, decrease. It's just, there it is. While fun was not quite where we wanted it, we are doubling down on its identity as a high caliber sniper rifle. So it's going to deal more damage. You're going to need to hit less shots at range. Muzzle attachments. Vertical recoil control slightly increased. So that's going to be a buff for all of those. Primarily, that's going to be on your SMGs if you want to reduce recoil and you're not going to be running a suppressor. Now we have regular suppressor, no longer reduces bullet velocity. That's huge. Now increases bullet velocity. Now increases ADS speed and increases sprint to fire speed. This is a huge buff. We expect this relatively unassuming change to have a widespread, yeah, of course it will, a viable attachment choice to muzzle category. It basically made a different version of the monolithic that doesn't slow you down quite as much. Yeah, that's weird. For example, where the bullet velocity and effective damage range are not priority, like a submachine gun, you will almost automatically certainly take the suppressor, or perhaps you have more than enough bullet velocity, like the ZRG, and you'll want to shore up weaknesses in handling. These are the types of, damn, this is going to be a huge change. Lasers. SOF target designator snipers no longer increase effective damage range. Now increase aim. We got attack laser. We got a tac laser, right? Almost. We're going to continue reading down. We're going to have equivalent of tac laser. If it's increasing aiming stability, but it doesn't improve ADS speed, that's a huge change. Ember sighting point no longer increases effective damage range, okay? Now greatly increases aiming stability. ADS move speed increase. So these are both the same. Steady aim no longer decreases hip fire. Now increases ADS speed. This is almost like a tac laser. It's like if you combine both of those, you get a tac laser. But for snipers that want to quick scope, now you have a steady aim laser that's going to help out with that. Huge change. 5 milliwatt no longer decreases hip fire, no longer decreases ADS speed, now increases aiming stability. The 5 milliwatt snipe, this is attack laser. Increased aiming stability and increased ADS speed. That is a huge W. Black Ops Cold War snipers desperately need more value attachments, namely more attachments that provide stats that are relevant to snipers. They had to have hired somebody new. Like or they watch our videos and are like, yeah, those make sense. Airborne elastic, grew elastic, now aiming stability is increased. So they've added that as well. So you get a little bit more benefit out of that. That is a huge W. That's all for the weapon changes. We got operators. We're going to have Rambo at launch. We're going to have John McClane at launch. The Die Hard, and that's the bundle there. Store, updates, whatever, it'll be there. Downloads, it'll be pretty important. PlayStation 5, we have 14 gigs. 14 gigs for 4. Xbox, 15, and then PC is 15. You'll need 18 if you also have Modern Warfare. And that's pretty much it. I am hyped for snipers are going to be happy about this update. They kind of nerfed a lot of the snipers to the ground in Cold War to a certain extent. But this 5 milliwatt laser is the tac laser. That is nuts for sniper rifles. So hopefully you guys like these changes. I'm excited about them. Enjoy the video, learn something new. Please do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back, double check, make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.